To create is to display the inward expression of the self. Despite what your peers may think or believe, being creative is to be unapologetically you. In a world so full of consumption and greed, it's important for us to sit alone with our own thoughts and beliefs. Why do I think X? Why is Y important to me? Do you really know yourself? When I was a child, I remember having a good sense of who I was and what I liked, sort of what made me, me. But over time, I think it becomes increasingly hard to keep up with that childlike wonder when the real world keeps trying to reel you back into life's mundane and monotonous elements. In a society full of people who live to consume, to stay on top of the latest trends in tech, it's hard to pry yourself loose and gain sight of what matters to you. Many times we find ourselves impulsive buying because we believe that we have a problem that can only be fixed by purchasing a certain product because it's what we were told. Or maybe it's not a product at all. Maybe you're not being drained of your wallet, but your own mind, your own thoughts. Engagement is the new form of currency. It's why different applications are designed with the desire to keep you on the platform for the maximum amount of time. I once heard the act of swiping down to refresh your newsfeed, whether it be Twitter, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts, is almost like the act of pulling down the lever of a slot machine. Will the next video be a hit? Or will I have to continue to crank that lever a few more times until I strike gold? The algorithm is meant to feed you content that you may not like, but just show you enough to where a video you find you truly jive with. One that speaks to you. And then comes little bits of dopamine, the rush of winning the game, when in actuality the game has won you. Now, I'm not perfect. I fall victim to this just as well. The key is to be intentional with what you decide to consume and how you decide to do it. Mindful consumption leaves a bad taste in the mouth of every giga corporation out there. They'd rather see you a zombie, a mindless husk of a human, glued to the phone if it means their revenue goes up. One way to combat this is to create. It's easy to fall into the trap of cornering yourself into a community you believe to be aligned with. But stay there and listen long enough, and those creators' and streamers' thoughts start to coincide with your own. Going back to what I said originally, you need to spend time with yourself. Give yourself some time to just feel. To write a stream of consciousness onto a piece of paper or a Word document, and sooner rather than later, you will awaken what has been dormant for a long while, your creativity. Creativity and imagination is like a sword. Use it and care for it, and you sharpen the steel. It sees action. It evolves alongside you. It becomes an extension of the self. If you refuse to use it, you let it die. It oxidizes and rusts and becomes brittle to the touch. Who are you really? Many of us have hobbies and passions we're dying to tell others about. Why not use a platform like YouTube to exercise your creativity and not the other way around? Choose to think, to wonder, to be as though you were a child, free of judgment. Look, not everyone will agree with you, but that's not what this is about. Remember the days when it was YouTube, broadcast yourself? People uploaded what they wanted, what they thought was cool. It's time we return to being genuine. Being us because it's what we were born to do. Broadcast yourself and apologize to nobody for doing so. if you're watching this right now, there's a good chance you either own a phone or a laptop, both of which can aid you on your new journey towards creativity. You don't need a ridiculous studio and the greatest lighting or the most advanced camera. That's what they'd like you to believe. Regardless of the equipment you own, your own thoughts and beliefs cannot be monetized. These are inherently yours. Use them for good. Use them to grow. Start creating today. Thank you guys for listening and watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate all of you, and thank you so much for 100 subscribers. I actually never thought I'd even come this far. I've done YouTube in the past, right? And I just never really got this far. I haven't been consistent enough to do stuff like this, but I'm really enjoying creating the type of content that I would like to see on YouTube. And that's exactly what you should do too. So thanks again. If you enjoyed this, or maybe you want some more type of content like this, leave a like, drop a comment. I love to comment. I comment back to literally everybody on these videos. And yeah, subscribe if you would like to see more of this kind of stuff. So yeah, thanks guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, week, weekend, whatever it is, and have a good time. Happy gaming and start creating. Bye.